there's Radium Springs. And I had a friend who went with his Geiger counter, and these hippies were there soaking in the baths, and he got out his Geiger counter and said, you know, this is radioactive. And they said, yeah, man, but it's natural.
It's true to say that we're all bathed in natural radioactivity. It's affecting all of us all the time. It comes from the rocks and the air and even from space. It's in our food, in our water, in our teeth. So radiation isn't dangerous in an everyday sense. And there's enormous variation in different parts of the world.
Do you have any numbers, just to put that in a kind of a context?
Well, the numbers, I mean, the units are difficult. It's grays and millirems and all this kind of thing. Right. You know, so the numbers are not familiar to people in any way, shape or form. If I say to you, the radioactivity, oh, it's only another 4 microsieverts, are you going to feel better about that? Of course you're not, because you don't know what on earth I'm talking about.
This iodine 131.
The reporting of radiation levels are as confusing as they could possibly be.
Just about 0.7 rem. You have to get up to 50 to 75 rem to get.
We hear about rems and millirem and microrems. And then, oh no, there's sieverts. We hear a lot about sieverts, microsieverts, millisieverts. And you're looking and squinting and, okay, that looks like a large number. Is that a number I should worry about? And compared to what? What's the background radiation level relative to all this?
I didn't even know there was such a thing as natural background radiation, actually. I'd assumed that radiation was something which humans had artificially introduced into the environment, which was doing us harm. There's background radioactivity affecting all of us all the time, which is many, many times more powerful than artificial radioactivity in terms of how we're affected. So zero tolerance of radiation doesn't make any sense. Radiation increases with altitude. So people who live at high altitude get a higher dose than people who live in low-lying areas. And if you're traveling on an aeroplane, say if you're going from New York to Tokyo, you'll get 20 times the average background level during that flight. For example, in Guarapari Beach in Brazil, the natural background radiation there is way above permitted levels in terms of what the public can be exposed to. And that's what's coming out of the soil that's on the beach.
Can you ask him why he does this?
Por que você está fazendo isso? Por algum motivo especial?
Trepadores no corpo dele.
He has a body pains, you know?
And this helps?
E ajuda?
Ajuda.
Ajuda. It helps.
And what's really striking is that there's no correlation between levels of background radioactivity, which vary by such enormous amounts, and higher levels of cancer. Cancer is something which is the greatest fear of most people in rich countries, because it kills 20% of people anyway. We all know people who've died of cancer. And so this idea that radioactivity is a cause of cancer is probably the #1 reason why people are scared of it.